We defeated their commander, but we still don't know what they were after. Seems unlikely that they were merely pursuing Princess Valencia. Wonder if Dane is planning to invade Gallia. Perhaps Crimea was only a stone on which to whet their blades. No matter the motive, the fact remains that Dane crossed the border. Under such circumstances, hostilities between Dane and Gallia could break out at any time. So it's war, again. If war erupts between the Bjork and Laguz, it's only a matter of time before other nations become involved. Could Dane truly mean to set the land aflame in a blaze of war? If that happens, many of our citizens would be sacrificed on the altar of their ambition. We, too, need to choose which way to move, whose side to take. Whose side? We shall never support Dane. Unthinkable! Captain Titania, we are human. Would you truly have a side with Laguz against other humans? That is unthinkable. Bjork and Laguz. You're going to sit here and argue about a war that hasn't started? You Bjork are also timid. It's pathetic. Leth, you must not say such things. Mordecai, Leth, what do you think? Will it come to war? Our claws are sharp. If Dane invades Gallia, we are ready for battle. If our king wills it, war will come. I like it not. War brings pain and sorrow. This is troubling. Enough, we have lost much time. Let us make for the palace. We must reach the knight's camp before the sun sets. Is the palace still far? On your skinny Bjork legs, it is very far. We will do as we can. And that means it'll probably be a chapter or two until we get there. Well, there it is. Or did we get there? Cutscene magic. My Lord Ike, everyone! Princess Valencia. I heard about Commander Grail. I don't know what to say. Don't worry, we're alright. We're getting by somehow. Oh, Ike. The king has arrived. Hey there. Thank you for coming to Gallia Palace. I am Kanagus, ruler of the Kingdom of Gallia. These are the Grail mercenaries. I am Ike, their commander. You have been raised well, young pup. I didn't recognize you. What? When last you were here, you were still a small child. Is that you, Titania? It's good to see you. The pleasure is all mine, your majesty. Two of you are friends? How does the king know me? I have something I must tell you about your father, Grail. Leth, Mordecai, leave us now. Prepare rooms so our guests may have a place to rest and heal their wounds. Phone. Give me a sec. At once, my lord. Would it be best if I were to leave as well? No, princess, I would have you stay. And this one will also stay. This is Gifka, my shadow. Pay him no more heed than you would the air. Understood. I would have Titania and Soren stay with me as well. Me? So be it. Now then, where to begin? Titania, how much did Grail tell his son? Ike was raised with no knowledge of Gallia whatsoever, nor does he recall ever having been here. Is that so? Then it is best for me to tell him all that I know. Great. Although it is not much. That's alright. Whatever you can tell me would be much appreciated. I want to know more of my father. You have good eyes, honest and brave. I see your father in them. Long ago, Grail, your father, worked as a mercenary for Gallia. We forged a strong bond, he and I. To speak truly, I still do not trust the Bjork. But your father was different. Princess Valencia's father, King Raymond, and his brother, Lord Renning, are also of a different kind. All are, or were, exceptional men. Men in whom one could put his trust. Oh, Titania, you are an exception as well. Among Bjork females, you are unique. You are most gracious, your majesty. My father was a mercenary for Gallia? Correct, and you and your sister, you were both born here in Gallia. You stayed only for a short time, but part of your childhood was spent within his orders. This and I were born here? Is that so? I don't remember any of this at all. I feel your parents were carrying a dark secret. Someone was hunting them, I'm sure of it. Once, over 10 years ago, and after your mother had been slain, your father chose to leave Gallia. Before he left, I went to him and asked him to share his tale. I asked him, why are you being chased? Is there anything I can do to help? I was unable to loosen his tongue. Then I heard he had returned to Gallia, and I thought I had another chance to hear his tale. His fate was black indeed. If I had been faster and if I had hastened my steps, perhaps things would be different. Wait, Now I understand. The voice I heard. That was you, wasn't it? His wound was fatal. I could do nothing. I thought it best not to interfere in his final moments, so I remained hidden. Tell me, Ike, at his last, did he confess anything to you? The identity of the Black Knight. Did he reveal it? Black Knight? No, I don't know who he was. My father entrusted me with his command, told me to trust King Kanagas and to live peacefully in Gallia. He said to forget everything else. Is that so? Well then, let me do as I can. If any of your mercenaries desire to live here, I will so arrange it. I will vouchsafe them homes and land. Your kindness is truly appreciated, but speaking for myself, I couldn't live here in peace. Not now. I will avenge my father. I cannot so quickly forget the past, or the Black Knight. But Ike, that's not... I know, I'm not strong enough. An opponent who could defeat my father is well beyond my reach. But that's why I've devoted myself to growing stronger. I will lead my father's mercenaries and prepare for the day when my chance for revenge arrives. A prudent course of action. You look as one who would be more impulsive, but you are Grail's son after all. Ha! You've matured, Ike. It seems like yesterday that you were merely a child. Britannia. And now I would ask a boon of you. The strength of your mercenary band, Ike. Would you lend it to Princess Valencia? Are you serious? King Kanagas? Gallia and Crimea are allied nations that cannot be denied. However, this alliance in reality binds only the royal families. It is not respected by our citizenry. The people of Gallia are seldom seen in Crimea, are they? Even though our nations are friends, the people of Crimea have little real understanding of the Laguz. Many of our people still use that undignified name subhuman when they speak of the Laguz. My father's heart was filled with shame and sorrow over what you described. More than any king in our history, he wanted to deepen relationships between our people. And then, perhaps that's why Dayan targeted him. Their hatred of the Laguz is well known. Could it be? In my heart of hearts, I would like to take guardianship of Princess Valencia and assist in the rebuilding of Crimea. However, anti-Bjork sentiment is running high here in Gallia. If we were to offer safe harbor to Valencia, I feel many of our elder statesmen would protest. They would say that we are giving Dayan an ideal excuse to attack, which means Gallia can't offer Princess Valencia any relief at all. Is that it? Unfortunately, it is true. My Lord Ike, King Kanagas has advised me to turn to the Begnion theocracy for aid in Crimea's restoration. He says we should make of Begnion a formal request and gain the support of their shields. Passage to Begnion will require several months at sea. An escort will be necessary. As you know, we lack the numbers to serve as a complete mercenary army. So, if the princess were willing to hire us as an escort, it would be an offer beyond our expectations. Titania, Soren, I think perhaps we should accept the king's offer. What do you say? It's what you want, right, Commander? Well then, it's our job to follow you. However you wish to proceed is fine. I will do all in my power to ensure that our road leads to success. Understood. As of now, the Grail mercenaries shall assume the honor of serving as escort to the Princess of Crimea. Princess Valencia, our journey together will undoubtedly be a long one. May we serve you well. Oh, thank you very much. I only pray that I, in turn, may be worthy of your service. And we're done. But I think we get that little status screen at the beginning of each chapter. I think that's before we get too far. And we'll redo this when we start chapter 10 anyway, so I just kind of want to show that in the same video block and find out what that's about later. Here we go. So show that off, and I guess we got a lot of gold there in that cutscene, so whatever. Bonus experience 165, combat experience 1224. Oscar was the best. We got Mist, Rolf, Marcia, Leth, and Mordecai. Cool. Alright guys, that's it for this part. It looks like this last little segment's gonna have to be split up because it's about half an hour long. So I will see you guys later when we actually tackle chapter 10 and see what that dialogue we skipped over was, which we'll probably have to do every time from now on. So see you guys later.